Zoe wakes up in her father's campervan at the airport in Vita. She doesn't know how she got there, but all is well when she sees her husband Mike and her daughter Jenny. Oriole tells his father that he was at a dinner last night where everyone spoke freely and it was actually very liberating. And he says he thinks it would be a good idea for the family to do it as well, so they can lay everything out in the open that they've hidden for the last 20 years. Zoe now tells Mike that she hasn't been entirely honest to him, and she's been with someone while she's out in Vita, but luckily, Mike tells her it's all in the past now, and all that matters is they're together again. Clint is looking at his pictures from Axel's birthday. He knows something suspicious about the cars. Anna brought Zoe's daughter out to a party last night, but she hasn't come home, so Zoe's concerned. Oriole has asked David over to organise their family meeting where they just let everything out, and it begins by everything going smoothly. Oriole says that for 40 years his father has never trusted him, yet he can easily trust strangers that he's only met. In return, Andreo says to Oriole that he always thought that Kika had more balls than him. However, it slowly starts to build up between the family. Clint and his friend Juan go to see Cristobal Martinez, as he's the person that owns the car they're looking at. They find the car down in the garage, and they slowly start taking it apart, looking for anything suspicious or it could be related to Axel's death. The Califat family meeting has gotten so tense that they're now quizzing Oriole as to whether he's attracted to his mother. Andreo and Kika are convinced that he is, and that he's shown it over the years, but Conchita refuses to believe it, so eventually they force Oriole to say that he is attracted to her. Before they finish up though, Oriole has one last thing he wants to get off his chest. He says on the night of Axel's birthday, they each had one last go at each other, and he had Axel pull out a tooth. In return, Oriole had to get a tattoo of Axel's choosing, and it ended up being his mum's face in his tie. In Cristobal's car, Clint now finds Axel's tooth, and when he quizzes Cristobal about it, he says 20 years ago this car belonged to Oriole. Oriole now gets what he wants off his chest, and he says that 20 years ago when Axel Collins disappeared, he thinks he might have been the one that actually killed him. Zoe now tracks her daughter down to a private party, and she's allowed to go in, but Mike and Boxer have to stay outside. And while they're waiting outside, Mike figures out that Boxer's the one Zoe was with. Zoe finds her daughter. She finds out that the reason she left is because Anna's daughter was saying things about Zoe. She says that her mother told her Zoe hooked up with a bouncer, and when she asks her if it's true, Zoe has nothing to say, and her daughter storms off.